I'm Alejandra Ancheita. I am the founder and executive director of the Project of Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, which is a not-governmental organization in Mexico fighting for the violations against economic, social and cultural rights of indigenous communities principally. Before that, I was also a human rights lawyer working in other organizations of human rights in Mexico. The state of women's rights in Mexico on work and also in home, it is still a pretty bad situation, even when the women's movement has been fighting for improve the situation of rights of women in general, but specifically in the work. There is still a lot to do for make the parity between the salaries for men and women. At home, it is still another issue that we face in Mexico. The violence, the domestic violence, it is still a pretty bad problem for women in Mexico. In a specific way, the fight that I am doing in Mexico right now, it is through the law. Try to create better conditions for men and women, but principally for women, using the law as a tool for empowering in the indigenous communities, and specifically indigenous women, doing litigation. Well, the corruption is one of the structural problems that we are still facing in Mexico, principally when we are talking about the access to justice and regarding the possibilities that women have to denounce any kind of violation to their rights. Impunity is one of the obstacles that we are still facing to access to justice. I think Mexico, it is one of the countries that it is improving women's rights, at least on the law. We have very strong laws that are punishing violence against women and also protecting the economic and social rights of women. However, the implementation of these laws are still in a pretty bad shape, and I think that is the only difference between other countries, between Mexico and other countries from Latin America. The only difference is that we have probably stronger laws, but the implementation, it is still a structural problem in Mexico and the other countries of Latin America.